what are the new main features in R81? And will it include a TLS 1.3 inspection?
Okay. So I think this question Benny will take. Are you okay with it, Dorit?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
Benny.
okay, so I think we've got the time. We have like 30 minutes, right? To discuss it.
Take about an hour is okay.
Yeah, okay. So as you said, the rumor is out. The next release will be a major release. We'll call it R81. And it has a lot of new exciting features, of course. We continue this focus on fast tracking network security. As we understand that the biggest challenge out there is to maintain agility, maintain the cadence of security of operations in a fast changing digital environment today more than any other time. So let's name a few of the features that are out there. We have Infinity Threat Prevention Policy, which changes completely the way that you treat your threat prevention policy, making it almost autonomous. You will be able to upgrade jumbo hotfixes easily and directly from Smart Console. Concurrent install policy for multiple gateways. It's combined also with faster install policy on the gateway side. So the experience of large-scale security admins is going to be revolutionized. Dynamic balancing, also known as dynamic split, also will help you automate all the resource management on the gateway, reduce the time that is required to operate it. Those of you who are using hybrid clouds, I guess most of the enterprises are there at some stage of this migration. VXLAN, GRE to make the cloud and your data center connected as if it is a layer 2 network. Maestro and chassis customers, the alignment of code making main train and the SP, the scalable platforms branches, identical twins. And the list actually goes on and on. There's a new simpler NAT policy where you can use all the advanced management objects. MITRE view to classify attacks that we see by this very popular index. Enhanced IOC feeds, threat extraction in ICAP, new mobile access portal, diff reports on the management side, the Azure Active Directory, something that a few of our customers have been waiting for. So we have the integration there. And the list goes on and on. You asked specifically about TLS 1.3, so yes, it's part of the development there, and it's a continuum of the investment in SSL inspection in general that you've seen throughout R8020, R8030, R8040, and we continue down that path. There are a few people who are wondering about the release date, so we're aiming at the end of this quarter, but actually it's on you guys, because if you'll join the EA, you can actually impact that and affect the release date. The EA registration is open. I'll send the link over the chat so everyone can register.
Awesome, great. Wow, end of the quarter, that's coming very soon.
Moti?
Yes.
I wanted to refer to some of the questions that people asked and maybe connect it to the point that Benny made. So, as you know, we have a policy that changed, that we are doing releases more frequently. And we first release them to whoever needs the new functionality and later make them recommended. When they become recommended for everybody, that's after they've reached a wide deployment, wide and deep in various configuration, wide variety of customers. This is a similar process to the process we have with jumbos. So when we turn an ongoing jumbo to a GA jumbo, we check its health through support. We check its diversity in deployment, covering many scenarios, covering many customers. So essentially, when we get to call it GA recommended, it's when it passed all the kind of early stages, the early jumbos for the main release or the early stages of deployment for other customers. This is therefore why R8040 is already widely recommended and used. It means that it passed these barriers. But we usually have an audience that varies. So there would be people that would be more conservative and people that will like to use what we've recommended. So we take into consideration that some of the people today will deploy still R8030 gateways, while those that are happy with our recommendation will already use R8040. So we have many customers that use R8040 gateways, but still the deployment of R8030 is bigger because of all the legacy, all the deployments that we already have there. In the management, it's usually easier. When we make something recommended, we see a faster transition to the recommended version. So I try to cover by this also the jumbo kind of policy, the recommendation on R8040, and some other questions I saw on the Q&A, which is faster for me than typing right now on the call.